Hello, friends. I'm really excited for what's coming. We are venturing to the Tower of the Black Pearl. Have you caught up with the previous episodes, I wonder? If you haven't, then please check them out on YouTube. So we had our travel through Nebin Pendlebrook's Perilous Pantry, and then, well, go and have a look. In the meantime, let's get on and introduce our cast. So, with Devious Dungeons, Foreboding Forests, and The Coolest Cats, my name is Phil, and welcome back to The Dark Orb. Hey friends, how are we doing?
We're short one.
We are short one. One of our players has just mysteriously vanished.
Okay.
Hopefully he will rejoin in just a second. And meanwhile, we could talk about what's happening. So, Judge Zach, thank you so much for coming back.
You're very welcome.
Really excited for this third episode in the Farg saga. It's been fun. It's been
Would
so
it be a
much fun.
Farga?
It would be a Farga, yes.
Yeah. A PH with a PH.
Oh, yeah. Because we're down with the cool kids, right? Oh, dear. I'm just going to investigate what's happened to our mysterious other player.
Cool. Shall I stall for time?
Yes.
What's up, guys? Back with another one.
Hang on.
Sorry,
go on. Off you go. Stuff. Go on. Do it.
Crit that like button. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, crit the like button. Smash the subscribe button and all the other buttons, but not the closing of the window
button and stuff. I don't. Yeah. Yeah, something like that.
We have a couple of live viewers. So, how are you doing, Mork75 Bruce? Really good to see you. And hello to Sanjuro Tokage, or also Bruce, because one thing that we know from the wonders of Discord is, we know some of our viewers, and two Bruces.
And they're all called Bruce.
They're all called Bruce.
Should I stall for a bit of time by explaining something about our level 0?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's take a step back.
So off the top of the thing, whilst we're waiting for Phil to rejoin us, we had a lot of fun in the last adventure, the Cave of Secrets in the cave. Well, it wasn't called the Cave of Secrets. It's the one that watches below. And in that one, there is a heap of disembodied eyes, and we gave the audience control over some disembodied eyes, allowed the audience to be able to participate a little bit in the adventure by, handing notes. Hi.
Hello.
Welcome back, Phil.
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what happened. I'm back.
So Judge Zach was very kindly just explaining about our level 0, so we can have a little bit of a catch up.
So essentially the eyes allowed us to be able to allow the audience to pass notes to the characters in game, and in some ways it affected the game, and it was a whole lot of fun to have a little bit of audience participation. We've continued on with that. One of the sets of disembodied eyes at the end got crushed and reappeared in the body of a level 0 character named Keith, who was out the front of the Cave of Secrets. Essentially, if you want to participate throughout the course of the adventure, just write something and put asterisks either side of it so that we know that you're trying to be Keith at the time. Keith is a level 0. He has how many? He's got 5 hit points and 9 AC, and he's got a dagger. So these are some things you can use to be able to know about him. At some point, we'll try and find a way to be able to show the character sheet briefly, and we can work that out. But in any case, yeah. So if you want to join the adventure, then just put stars either side, and you can be Keith.
Viewers, please do. We need all the help we can get. We just keep killing characters. And in fact, let's talk about that for a second, because we can't go any further until we discuss what our death toll is. And if we just concentrate really hard, then this will appear over Judge Zach's left shoulder. 10 deaths so far. To be honest, I expected it to be more. But I think
hey, listen, change. I can organize that. Yeah, I can organize that if you want. Yeah.
Well, yes. And I'm just catching up with our live comments. 5, wow. And we demand an NPC called Bruce. I think that's fair. And we probably need one called Phil as well, just to really confuse people. So very quickly, we should just, now that we've got our full party, let's do introductions. So my name's Phil. If you haven't seen our show before, we run The Dark Orb on YouTube. Royal We, obviously, where we have lots of interviews. We have a regular show about Kickstarters and, of course, actual plays, including this very Dungeon Crawl Classics. Kind of, it's a campaign, really, isn't it? Judge Zach, would you like to introduce yourself for anyone who hasn't seen you before somehow?
Yeah, I'm Zach. I like to run a lot of DCC and stuff online. I've actually just started a DCC series explaining sort of in short videos what DCC is and why it's cool. I've got a channel that I can. I mean, I tell you what, join the Dark Orb Discord and come and chat with me, and I'll send you a link to that if you're interested. Yeah, that's me basically.
Erin, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Erin. You can find me on Twitter, Spider Lady Annoyer. I pop up every now and again on the Dark Orb doing actual plays. Yeah, that's me.
And finally, Phil down below.
Hi, I'm Phil. I'm an old D&D role-playing person. I got reintroduced to DCC, and it's just like I remember the games when I was a kid, and so I'm back after
But good.
20 years of playing to play this again. Yeah, indeed, I'm loving it.
Super. Let's crack on. So yeah, please do smash the like, hit the subscribe. Don't hit the little X in the corner because that's no fun. And yeah, we do really appreciate your help. We are trying to level the channel up, so it all helps. And I've got Alexa arguing with me now. That was good. Basically saying she didn't understand. Let's mute that. Right. Let's crack on. Judge Zach, it's over to you.
Great. So essentially, a short last time on the Dark Orb. So the whole party, or at least parts of the party, began their adventure in Bitterweed Barrow, where they delved underneath Bitterweed Barrow and found a frozen wizard. Upon unfreezing and saving the wizard, the wizard did not thank them because they happened to smash a mirror whilst they were trying to save him. That was the wizard's only way home back to his home plane. The only other way home would be to be able to get the Black Pearl. It's a mystical artifact that Varuth Moss, who is the wizard that you saved, believes that he can use to be able to try and travel back home. He was on this plane because he was trying to escape the wrath of Bobugbliz that he defected from. It's the frog god. He defected from Bobugbliz, came to this plane to try and escape. Wasn't able to escape. Got frozen by a wizard that chased him across the plains, and now he's trying to get back to his home plane so that he can beseech forgiveness of Bobugbliz, which is quite an urgent task of his. So he set you on a task to go to the Cave of Secrets to try and retrieve some sort of information about where the Black Pearl might be. And although it was difficult, you did manage to escape the Cave of Secrets with a map that has Pearl written on the side of it. And the end of the last episode, you found yourself out the front with Varuth smoking his taxidermy squirrel pipe and wondering what the big deal was. So yeah,
Is that a pipe for smoking taxidermy squirrels with?
Sure. But it's also a taxidermy squirrel, but he's also smoking taxidermy squirrels in it.
Carnivorous.
It's just taxidermy squirrels all the way down.
That's some Inception shit, that is.
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
I don't know. I'm not even going to ask which end's the bowl and which end's the mouthpiece. Anyway, let's carry on.
You could ask the pipe. It's probably reply.
So
Cool beans.
Keith is behind you and he throws up, right directly behind you from the shock of having his eyes pop back into his head and him come back to consciousness. Sorry, I mispronounced the NPC's name. Bruce stands up and throws up behind the rest of you.
Breathe.
Bruce, yeah.
Breathe.
His name's Keith, pronounced Bruce.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spelled Keith, pronounced Bruce. Yeah.
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 We can live with that.
Yeah, cool. So, I mean, you're standing in front of Varuth, and you got Bruce thrown up behind you, and you are in possession of a few pockets full of treasure, as well as a
map.
cool wand thing that you want to try out, and a map. So
Blue
what do you do?
stick.
Well, I
It's
was
your time to
thinking-
shine, guys.
Indeed. Well, I was thinking that there's one of our party members kind of broke the mirror, so maybe you can ask Ruth what you want to do next.
I'm trying to recall, but I think it was Yale that did that.
I think it was Yale as well.
Yeah.
You're the reason we're on this quest.
Yeah. So Yale turns around and first of all turns around to Bruce and says, "Oh man, again? You need to get some land legs as well as your sea legs. I mean, what the hell?" Then turns and says, just holds up this map and just kind of looks puzzlingly and says, "So, what are we doing?"
This is Yale that says this. The person who broke the mirror.
Yeah.
He says, Can someone tell this idiot to get the map for me? I'm not talking to him. I refuse to.
Let's see.
Gemship says, I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you. And
Thank you.
takes the map from Yale.
Yale doesn't quite relinquish it straight away. I mean, she's
Yeah.
quite large. She's a large warrior type, and she's like, what are you doing?
Here! Yale, hand it over.
When
Well,
the second the map is released from Yale's hand, Varuth doesn't miss a beat, and he just goes, "Oh, a map appeared out of nowhere, out of the ethereal plane."
Yale's
This map's kind of disappearing, reappearing.
Yeah. Oh, it sounds like someone dead to me is talking.
I feel like I've been blocked.
All right, so he's give me that.
Jem goes to hand it to what's his name? I want to call him Vermouth.
Varuth.
I keep wanting to call him
Varuth.
Vermouth as well.
Varuth. I'll give you
Shinzano.
this if
Smooth.
you could tell me what this is, and pulls out the blue stick,
Wandy
the
thing.
blue wand thing, and goes, what does this? What is it? What does it do? It feels
Okay.
magical.
He holds up one of his webbed hands and places on his head and sighs. Does these sorts of actions, and then your nose starts bleeding, and you feel like a book is being inserted into your brain, and it's like there's an intense pain. It drops you to your knees, but then when you get back up, you realize that that wand allows you to cast force manipulation once per day, and I have sent you a message with all the extra stuff that it does that isn't probably interesting to anyone else.
Yep, I've
That
got
was
the info
force
for it.
manipulation, right? Because
Yep.
I wasn't quite looking at you, Zach, and I heard horse manipulation, which would be a very strange spell to have.
It's going
Yes,
to be
but
really
fun.
useful in a
You know?
tower.
Yes, absolutely. Between that and the squirrels.
And with that,
Yeah.
she hands over the map.
Okay, so Varuth, looks over the map, and it's a map case. It's like a leather map case with the pearl written on the side of it. So he opens it up and he rolls out the map, and he goes, Yes, I recognize this area. I think my plane of existence appears to continue to mirror yours, as there was a cave of secrets in my plane. Also, there is one in yours. And this area is also appears to be in your plane. This town, it's inland, but it's still by the coast. Its name's Hirot. At least it is in my plane. Looks like it's written here that it is Hirot. And there's a tower. It looks like off the coast. It's but based on this imagery, it's for the love of Boboglis. And he just buries his hand in his head in his hand. Even both, he does both.
A lighthouse? Brody asks.
It's the imagery, and he holds up the map and to show you and points at the tower. He says, that emblem right there. That's the emblem of Cedric Khan the Elder. And Veruth looks expectantly at you, but yeah, gets
We've
no
all
love.
got the same face as Bruce.
He's like, Cedric the Elder, the most wicked wizard to ever plague any known world. No.
That sounds like a bad thing.
Yeah.
Or maybe a good thing.
Well, we've taken on other most evil things in the world. Let's go for it.
So, as if that isn't bad enough news as it is, he continues on in my voice so that my throat doesn't get stripped. There's several more pieces of bad news. First, the tower only appears once every 10 years when the tides of the Empyrean Ocean recede far enough to reveal the highest eaves of the tower. Now, you're lucky enough that it will be receding soon, so you don't have to wait years, right? But that will be in about a week, and you're about a week's ride from where the tower is, according to the map. So there's no time to stop and resupply or anything like that. In fact, you'll be lucky to make it to the tower as it is, right? The second problem is that on the bottom corner of the map, there's an emblem that suggests that this map isn't an original; it's a copy. And that means that you might not be alone in chasing after this pearl. As you've retrieved this from a treasure hoard, and yeah, it's a copy. So these are the things that you know.
6.
Sorry,
Limited edition 1 of 6.
Yeah. If any of you want to have a look at the emblem and make an intelligence check, you can see if you can recognize the who produced the copy.
Jem is quite intelligent, or so she claims. She studiously looks at the map and goes, 15? Is that a...
Yep. So it's on a DC 10. I mean, if anyone else gets over a DC 10, I can give you more. You can all add to the story. You have as well. Okay, cool. So you recognize
sorry, my dwarven blacksmith who has kind of come along, presuming we're adding other characters immediately, did a crit fail, which I just think would be quite entertaining. Marg.
Okay, cool.
Marg.
Okay, so the one that failed rushes forward and says, "Oh, I know that symbol. It's a no. That means so those two things put together, they add up to Savage Queen, and then your other character steps forward and says, "No, that's actually the emblem of Savage Quen." And Savage Quen has had a long career as a pirate and is feared up and down the coast. Although in the last year or two, not a lot has been heard from her. And the Lord of Herot, the town nearby, decided about 6 months ago to try and put an end to the pirates' career and her life. And since then, her ship has been sailing under another captain, and a large amount of her crew have been found drunk in taverns, wailing about that they weren't handpicked for a smaller crew. So Savage Queen is always well kept and sweet smelling, unlike every other member of her crew. She keeps them in line with a sudden outburst of like cruel violence to ensure that a mutiny is just out of the question. And if it weren't for that, they probably would turn too, because her crew are a bunch of like mongrel humans mixed with like a dozen goblinoid races. And the crew are known to be ruffians with piercings and tattoos galore, as well as brands from the times when they might have been convicts. I mean, the bottom line is they're dangerous and conniving, the whole lot of them, right?
Pirates.
Yeah. So that's kind of what you know. So with all that, I mean, I'm assuming you're going to be kind players and take the call to adventure. So we'll
Barbara is on the quest for adventure right from the start. So he's definitely up for it, despite his small size. Fantastic. So I think we need to start looking for how we're going to start traveling 5 days in less than 5 days.
Yeah, cool. Well, so you've already got horses, because you rode here on horses that were gifted to you as being heroes of Bitterweed Barry. You gained them, and they all still sit here, and you're able to. Varuth is able to guide you to where you need to be. So there is a need to introduce a couple of characters, and for each character that you give a short story about how you met them along the way, I'll give every character in the party can have a point of luck. So I think we're introducing 2 characters. So provided you can come up with a cool story for both of them, then you can have a point of luck each. Cool and short.
Shall I go first?
Go for it.
So basically, as we came out of the our last place of excitement, we realised that some of our weapons and armour was quite badly damaged. I mean, that's what happens when some great big weird eyeball-y creature effectively causes an entire structure to fall down on your heads, right? We came barreling out, and of course, lo and behold, the first thing we see is a travelling blacksmith.
Convenient.
I love it.
The horses.
Yeah,
Like
of course,
it.
he had been, she had been, my apologies, Mark, had been considering coming in, because the reason why she was here was not that coincidental. Obviously, following in the footsteps of other members of her family, she had the call to arms, and then realising that none of them would come out, thought it might be safer just to wait outside. But it turns out she is part of the Farg line of failed adventurers.
Oh, a distant cousin of Yarp, then.
Yes.
Very good.
So yeah, Yarp, you probably recognise Mark. Mark has ridiculous blue hair, and yeah, that's that.
Cool. Yep. All right. Everyone can have 1 point of luck. All the characters can have 1 point of luck for that.
As we all get closer to the coast towards this tower, we all meet coming the other way. Well, not coming there. I'm going in the same direction along the road. A tall elf in. All elves are tall, aren't they? So an elf in a sort of bluey green flowy robe with a staff with what looks like seaweed wrapped around the end of it and sort of dangling off the sides of it. And she's got a bow slung over her shoulder, and she's sort of slightly bedraggled, damp looking, trudging towards the coast. Hail, she says, as you come riding past. Then we sort of stop and say hello. Turns out this is Clamé, or Clammy. She's an elf who's heading towards the coast as she's intrigued, wanting to see. She's heard tales of this magical tower that appears out of the sea every a couple of decades or so, and she's never seen it, and she has this sort of pull towards the sea to see it, and she feels a oneness with the sea, hence the seaweed and the slightly bedraggledness. Whether one affects the other, we're not sure, but yeah. So she chooses to join the party, as we all appear to be travelling in the same direction.
We're also heading towards a tower that appears out of the sea. So perfect timing.
And I guess she was
Join.
quite interested in going out to this tower after she received a map in the junk mail. There's a copy of the map.
It was on the
Reader's
back of a
Digest.
postcard. Yes.
Limited edition, 1 of 6 million.
So the A6 flyer folded up came with a window cleaner leaflet.
Yeah, exactly.
You
That's
could
what
have
I'm
won.
thinking. So, Bruce, you all start riding off on your horses, and I've just rolled an intelligence check for Bruce, and he has a -2, but he rolled a nat 20 for his horse manipulation, and so all you guys go riding off, and Bruce kind of looks left and looks right, and he starts going, woo! And then this horse comes around the corner, and he takes one step and then jumps onto it bareback, and the wind blows through his hair, and he goes riding off with the rest of you after rearing his horse first, and then gallops past you all to.
It's
to get
because
to
Bruce's natural 20 had an affinity with the intelligence of a horse. They're in a line with each other. I like it.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So having met those two characters, and I'm assuming you guys have organized your luck. As you're riding along, Bruce says, "Life was so much easier before I took that arrow to the knee." Regales you with further information about his past adventuring life. And how he used to live in a frosty, snowy world and make toys, but enough about that now. You arrive on the coast. You get the smell of salt long before you see the ocean, as is the way of these things. But you do make your way out there. Varith is able to take you straight to a dock. He obviously knows the urgency that you're all working under, so as you all sort of arrive, there is an elderly pier master on the end of this pier. He's tending to a whole heap of like different sized boats. Most of them just small man boats, like not like big grand ships or anything, but he's tending to those things.
Okay. In that case, Brody, who's my Barbo, who's my halfling, is going to walk over to the kind of harbour master, Assumption, the guy at the harbour, and ask him about the myth and the legend of a tower that appears when the seas are at the same level, and is it possible to get to it by boat?
So he says, well, I mean, the myths of the seas are plentiful. I mean, there's all sorts of things. You can find anything if you go to the right tavern and ask a person. They'll tell you anything you want to hear. I don't know much about that. Why were you planning on heading out?
Yeah, we'd heard that kind of once in a kind of generation, there's an opportunity for when the seas all align, that there's a tower appears out at sea. Have you heard that tale?
Yeah, I've heard that one. I don't know if I believe. I've been out here for many decades now, and every 10 years you get people coming out here thinking that they're gonna find it. In fact, it's why I've got no boats available for hire. So,
what? Are all your boats hired out already?
Yeah. These are all spoken for.
Okay. There must be more than 6 editions of the map, folks.
Is there anyone else around that's hiring boats that you know of that may have a spare boat to hire?
Can you see anyone else around? There's a spare boat for me to hire.
Yeah, okay.
Is there? Are we not offering the right level of compensation, or are they just not?
No, these are all just spoken for. Yeah, can't really help you out here. Bruce says,
How many boats
is
are
there a
physically
problem here?
Yes, Caboose. There is a problem here. It appears that there's no boats.
So did I say Bruce? I meant Bruce.
Yeah.
Bruce.
Is the one talking.
Please,
Yeah.
Bruce.
Yeah, no, my bad.
Bruce. There appear to be no boats. This gentleman here is saying that there's no boats to hire. I mean, are there boats? Can we actually see boats?
There are
tied up?
boats. There's boats there. There are boats
Plenty
there.
of boats there.
Yeah.
how physically large is this person that is telling us that they don't?
He's
have
an
any
older
boats?
fella. He's an older fella. He's not very big.
I mean,
Bruce says, give me
Yarlo
a minute.
Just take one.
I heard Bruce then as well.
Bruce says, the Ruth says, give me a minute, and he walks over to the old man and takes him aside, out of earshot, basically, and wait a minute, sorry, Bruce is getting in the mix here. Points to the boat with number 61 painted on it that doesn't seem to be moving. Havnasa replies, I only have 20 boats. And she...
Keith Bruce points out a boat with the number 61 painted on it that doesn't seem to be moving. Harbour Master replies, I only have 20 boats. Then shouts in panic, oh God, boat number 19, you're in trouble.
Is that a
benefit
reference?
of anyone listening?
It's time to come in, boat 19. It's time to come in.
Is that a reference? I don't know. Is boat 19 a reference to something?
No, it's 61 upside down, isn't it?
I see.
This is the whole idea of renting a boat out on a lake
God,
somewhere.
Thank God I'm pretty. I did not get that. I did not get that joke at all. Okay, we're gonna give Keith a point of luck there.
Maybe even a point of intelligence for that one.
So he's on 17 luck now. Keith is, which is pretty cool. Plenty of luck to burn if you. I'm gonna let him burn luck. I'm gonna let Keith burn luck to bring your rolls down as well. See how that goes. In any case, yeah. So Baruth walks over to takes the old man aside just out of earshot, and you're able to see basically the Pier Master is facing you, and whilst Baruth speaks, and you see him getting really quite emphatic and shaking his head and like just no, and then his eyes go like white, his pupils go away, and his arms drop to his sides, and Varuth puts his webbed hand on the Pier Master's shoulder and starts nodding, and then the Pier Master starts nodding at the same cadence as the Pier Master, and then he drops his hand back down, and Varuth walks back past, and he says, "Shouldn't be a problem now."
Boat 19's available.
That's highly impressive.
So the Pier Master walks back and he says, I believe a boat has just become available. This way, please. I would like you to. Can you please follow this way?
Yeah,
and then you can pack all your stuff into the boat.
Yeah, we'll start following him.
Great.
Mine guys do.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. He
Fit,
doesn't stop saying great. He's stuck on loop now.
Fit 11 of us in?
Great.
Big enough
Great.
boat.
Oh,
And he's like
crikey.
over his shoulder, like, you know, bringing you across.
Do we need to pay him?
No.
Okay.
He
Let's not
so
and see what happens.
so he walks up, and you start following him sort of down towards the end of the pier, and he gets right towards the end of the pier, and there's a skiff at the end of the pier, and as he walks past it, he just points at it as he's walking past, and he's sort of like tracking it with his hand as he like walks past and points at it, and he walks straight off the pier,
Oh no.
like into the water.
He clearly had somewhere to be.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have this one.
Brody's actually going to go to the edge and have a look. Where is he? Just sunk? Is he swimming?
So you look over the edge, and the water's quite clear, and you can see that he's still walking along the bottom of the ocean. He's just walking out to sea.
So Brody turns to Ruth and says, "Is that right? Surely he's going to die."
Don't worry about that. He'll be fine. Just got him out of the way.
Okay. Brody, I mean, you lot keep giving Brody second thoughts, you know, the way that you keep just massacring people and throwing people off the piers.
Jeb's like, I think it's fine. Come on, let's get in this boat. Let's get going.
Okay,
He's
Brody
clearly
makes a
comfortable
note
in the water.
I could always organize to. You could keep him company if you like on his walk.
Okay.
If you're worried about his well-being, you know, then we can organize that.
No. I'll pray for his soul later on. He'll be fine.
He will be fine. He'll be fine. I gave him underwater breath or something. Turns around and starts smoking his pipe again.
Sucking on a
So,
squirrel.
Ruth, are you coming with us, or
Yeah, absolutely.
Are we
Here
gonna
we go.
meet back here afterwards?
Here we go.
No, this is gonna kick in about 40 minutes, so I think it'll be fine.
So you're standing there. We're getting in the boat with my lot just bail into the boat.
Yep.
Come on, we're going without you. Boop, boop.
Absolutely. Come on, Bruce.
So
All aboard.
so once you've like loaded all your stuff in and all that kind of stuff, it's you know, obviously there's been some arguments about the well-being of the pier master. It's Varuth continues to suggest that he'll be fine. He says, no, I gave him flight or something, you know. And he keeps on coming up with different spells that he claims to have cast, but it's never the same one whenever he says it. So the truth of the matter is a little bit, yeah, exactly. He says, so he looks up and at this point the moon is out, and he says, he looks up at it and he says, look, you know how I said the tower was only revealed for a certain period of time? Well, that time is about a 10-hour window, and I think that started about an hour ago. So you've got about 9 hours to get in and take the pearl and leave, at which time the tower will flood and you'll most likely... Then he trails off.
Walk on sand.
Yeah. But what options do you have? You know, you can walk out to sea, or you can get on this skiff and go out to sea and get me that pearl and rightfully put me back into my place in the other plane, which would never have been a problem if you hadn't have smashed my way home.
Still, he's not forgiving you. Okay, so
it looked weird, all right? I didn't like it. It was doing weird stuff.
My lot are more than happy to get on the skiff. Can we see? We can't see the tower, can we? Yeah. Can we see the tower?
No, you can't see the tower. No.
So we don't know where we're going. Okay, let's go on.
Yeah. So he he if you're asking where the tower is of Ruth, he explains to you how to sort of triangulate the moon and one of the brightest stars in the sky to be able to get yourself into the right spot for the tower to have appeared. But as he said, it's been out for about an hour at this point, so you will see it if you get close, right?
We need to get going then.
Mm-hmm.
Poop, poop.
Cool.
Let's go.
Yeah, all aboard.
So you head on out. Bruce rolls a 13 on his seahorse manipulation, and so as you're going along, seahorses come out like little dolphins along the edge.
Clemmy is really quite enthralled by this. Seeing these little seahorses doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, one of you must be a great master of magic.
You know they're only about this big, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
A whole herd.
So the you see all them jumping in and out of the dark sea and gently under the bone white moon, which is much larger than you normally you notice. And you see the dim lights of the pier and Harrot back in the distance after some time, and it's then at that moment that one of you notices ahead sort of a breaking in the water's surface. It sort of rolls down a little, and as you get a little closer, you see that there's a tower that rises out of the sea like some sort of like fairy tale. It doesn't go really high, but it's like quite ornate and so forth. It's you can tell. You can tell this one is not like it's a real tower though. Like it's not, even though it's like it looks like it's from a fairy tale, it absolutely is real. You can tell by the waves lapping up against it, and all four corners of the top of the tower of this coral encrusted tower are battlements that are looked over by snarling gargoyles. The more worrisome than the tower though is Fargoyles, right? More worrisome than the tower is the worn longboat moored on the far side of the tower.
We're not the only boat here.
Damn it. They got here first.
Should we scuttle it? Then they can't escape.
Depends. Is it nicer than our skiff?
It's a longboat, so it's an upgrade, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Well, then we know.
But it would require more of you to row it. It's the thing.
Does anyone have a sea clamp so we can just like stop them going off with it? They can have.
Yeah, can we park in such a way that we block it in?
But then we're going to block ourselves in.
Yeah.
You can double park
let's just use it as knowledge that we know that we're not alone.
Yeah.
So we'll sort out. Which
God, you're so practical.
Later. That's a future us problem.
Okay, so you are. I allowed you to arrive. Let's say 30, 40 feet away from the tower. A safe enough distance for you to make a decision on what you're going to do next. And you're about the same distance away from this longboat. It appears to be tied up to the side of the tower. So what do you do?
Well, we've only got 8 to 9 hours, so we better get a shifty on.
Yep, let's sail in and tie up next to the tower, and we'll go in.
Cool.
Great.
Tower rises about 10 feet out of the water, so you're going to have to make means for getting up over the edge of the tower. As you get closer, you hear a sound that's kind of like, it's like, I can't describe. I'm gonna have to just do the sound. I can't really describe it. It's like wah 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 wah.
Is it the sound of Zoidberg?
Someone trying to start the two-stroke.
Okay. I mean, I suppose Zoidberg's a bit of a sea creature. Okay, whereabouts is... Can we tell whereabout that noise is coming from? Is it from in the tower, outside the tower?
Why don't you roll some dice for me? Get the intelligence check going.
Oh, an 11. That's probably a no.
Nah, it's not a super difficult thing to do. I was giving you a 10 for that.
That's okay.
Fine.
That'll be fine.
Yeah. So you can tell the sound is above. It's on top of the tower.
Okay. So there's something making a noise on top of the tower. There's no windows or doors. We've got to climb up, have we?
Yeah, there's battlements. So the climbing isn't like super difficult, but it's like, I guess if you're like, if we're talking in terms of actions and rounds and stuff, like it would take an action to climb up.
Okay. And so where we've arrived, we're about 30 feet away, and the longboat is on the other side of the tower. So there's a side that we can't see, yes?
Yeah, so I'm assuming you didn't arrive on the same side as the longboat. I would imagine that. So the longboat was on like as you're facing it, it was sort of like on the right side there, and you've just arrived straight ahead, sort of thing. So it's like it's on the adjacent side. It's parked up next to some double yellow lines, so it looks like you don't have to do anything to get that sorted out.
Resident parking only. Okay, so I'm trying to think if we've got rope or anything, or we can give it.
Yeah, Zeb's got 50 foot of rope about his person, as all adventurers do.
Yeah, let's.
Is there like a doorway in, or is this right? We're just going to have to scale the damn thing.
It looks like we're going to have to scale it. There's no windows or doors that I can see.
No windows or doors.
Yeah.
Are we going to walk around? Have we walked around the tower to see if there's any windows or doors on the other side of it?
It would be difficult to walk. The tower's coming out of the water.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. In which case, we'll just. He's got rope. He hasn't got like a grapple for the end of it or anything.
If we give someone a leg up, then we can get them up there, and if they take the rope, then we can get everybody else up there.
Yeah. Somebody good.
You hear the sound of choking, like.
And is that? Oh, so that's happening too. Oh dear.
What on
I mean,
earth
it sounds
is
like
that sound?
Is that a human sound?
It doesn't sound very human.
Some kind of creature, whatever it is. It sounds like it's up there.
It sounds alive.
Okay, yeah, there's something alive up there.
Barely.
No, who's good at climbing? Go on, up you go. Oh, you little halfling, up you go.
The halflings are best at climbing. Let's have a look. I'm sure one of us can do a bit of.
I've got a thief, but I know how to use it. So
it's probably actually my cleric who's the best.
I mean, I've got a +3 on climb sheer surfaces, but feel free.
Oh no, I haven't got that. Come on, let's.
Well, it depends on what your agility is.
Is this where?
Let's send our parkour.
Yeah, they're both standing there in the boat going, no, after you. No, after you.
Sorry, I
Brody will stand there with his fingers together. He's ready to give someone a lift up. Yeah, who's going? Who's the parkour?
Groovex comes up and goes, off you go, chap. No, it's fine. Groovex
takes the end of the rope,
looks around, puts his longbow on his back, kind of tucks his mace in, gets his dagger ready to kind of chip in to use as an additional climbing aid, and then just says, "Go on then, give us a lift."
All right, Brody gives you a shift up.
Cool.
Got a 12.
Yeah, cool. So you're able to get up there. That's fine. So yeah, there was not really a roll so much as I was just saying it was like an action sort of thing, like a movement action sort of thing. So you're able to get up there. As you're getting lifted up, you hear, "No, mummy, I don't want to go to school," and and then as you climb over, you're able to connect the sound that you've been hearing, and there are 3 pirates laying on their backs with an empty rum barrel next to them. There's like some vomit on the side in the corner of the top of the thing there as well. And there's like a sort of maybe 20 by 20 square roof that they're on. I can show you actually on the VTT what you're seeing there now.
Okay.
So yeah, you got a longboat, and then you got the guys, and you've just climbed over the edge, and you're now on the top. And let's roll some initiative.
Can Zeb shout up at Groovex? What's making that noise? Because so far it's only Groovex that's seen this.
Stuff.
So
I could do with some
remind me,
help.
it's been so long. What are we rolling for initiative?
It's
It's a
D20
D20.
plus your initiative, which is
Thank
your
you.
agility.
Roll it once for all three.
Yeah. So I've got rolled a 10.
This die can't miss. I just rolled another 20.
Is that for Bruce?
No, that was for the pirates. I do have to roll for
Yeah,
Bruce.
but
I don't know.
they're drunk. Doesn't matter.
Okay. Cool. And so let's Dark Orb Phil.
21.
All right. And Aaron?
2.
And
It was
Phil?
a 1, but
Yeah, that's what you plus 1.
Phil?
A 10.
Oh, actually, the nat 20, I get a +1 on my initiative too, so I actually got 21. So I tell you what, let's just roll again because I don't have a agility score for my bad
Why, yeah,
guys.
Yoda. Fine, you win.
I got a 17.
Yeah, I got a 3.
So
That's fine.
I still get to go first. Wait, hang on. Phil, did you get a 21 too, did you say?
Yeah.
Me?
No, Phil. Not Dark Orb Phil.
Other
No,
Phil.
I got a 10.
You got a 10. Okay, cool. I wrote 21 next to you because I just
Oh, thank
instinctively.
you.
Okay, so we got Pirates, we got Dark Orb Phil, we got Phil, and we have Aaron. Cool. So the Pirates, there's 3 of them. You hear one of them say, "No, mummy, I don't want to go to school." And then he goes, "Hey, what you doing up here? You just get down from here." And and he wakes up his mates, and the 2 of them, this is an idiot up here. And all 3 of them are going to go towards Groovex, because that's the only person that they can see right now. So we are going to have a short sword attack against Groovex for. Oh, that's a fumble. And this only rolls 1s and 20s. This one, no, that's a 12 is the other one,
12.
and the third one is a 15.
And 15 is a hit.
Okay, so we got. Actually,
So
let's see what the
Groovex is
fumble.
dead.
Is he really?
Well, I don't know. It depends on your damage rolls, but I would expect so.
Oh wait, did you? Have you still got damage?
I have currently, but I can rub that out. I'm quite happy to.
Yeah, no, I'm
explain,
gonna.
but,
You've been
5 days,
you've been
isn't it?
traveling for a week, yeah. So I'm just.
I know,
gonna say-
but he doesn't really look after himself. But no, I'm just saying that.
I mean, if you want me to
knowing
kill
this
him,
game,
I don't.
I'll probably
You don't need to make it easier for me to kill. I can just kill him. Like
I know.
it's. I'm the one that makes it difficult, right? Where are the crit tables here? There we go. Crit tables for 1 hit die. A D6 on number 3. Oh wait, it's not a crit; it's a fumble.
Yeah.
Silly boy. I was just about to make it really easy for me again. There's a fumble table. 19. Let's see what happens to him. We'll give him the same hit, the same fumble die though. D6 as his crit. Right, so he he got incompetent blow, makes you the laughing stock of the party, but otherwise causes no damage. So the first guy who wakes up, who's woken up and woken everyone else up, he goes, "Come on, lads, let's get him," and swings as hard as he can, and it's coming with great ferocity. And then he realizes, and you realized ages ago, that he is about 6 or 7 feet in front of you, like out of range. And he's just like completely swung and missed. The other two guys get out their short swords though, and they come up and give you an old like sort of double team left and right, and together that is 5 damage into Groovex.
Still alive.
Great. Yeah. So anyone else in the party who hasn't healed up, heal yourself up. And if there was any ability damage that you had as well, then just heal that up, because we'll say that you looked after yourself during the travel. So that's the pirate's turn. Dark Orb Phil.
So Groovex just goes, "Ah, fuck! Ah, fuck!" as he gets hit twice.
And then bursts out laughing at the other one.
Yeah. In fact, that's probably exactly... to backtrack a little bit, he bursts out laughing, looking at this guy. Meanwhile, he gets flanked by something. "Oh, fuck! Oh, fuck!" It's how to get your Twitch channel blocked for obscenity. And...
fog?
Huh?
Saying fog?
Yeah. Fog! Okay, and we'll shout, "Guys, help!" whilst also just drawing a mace and just trying to hit the first one for, not bad. That's 16 to hit.
16 hits.
For 4 points of damage.
Okay. This is Groovex, was it?
Yeah.
Man, Groovex has gone into a rage from this from the short sword attack, and he slays this pirate immediately in a way of your choosing.
Sculling.
I think that he will smack this guy just over the head with the mace, but it's almost kind of like when the comedy thing, like you might see on the British comedy show Bottom, where like hit someone with a saucepan. So he just kind of basically just sort of whacks this guy on the top of the head. It doesn't look like it would do much damage, but just manages to, kind of do more damage than expected. Maybe because they're all still waking up. It kind of causes this guy to trip over his own shoes. Or
he leans into it, right? Yeah.
And with that kind of exclamation and the exclamation from before, hopefully as well, would any of my other 2 characters be able to get up and help?
So yeah, everyone heard everything that was going on. Everyone knows what's going on up there. That there's a fight going on up there. It has been entered into canon that it takes an action to get up the wall. But what I will say is if I'll say that you can help each other's characters up, as in like, so you could, let's say you've got Yale and Marg left. You could get Yale to help Marg up, and then Marg could take their action on the top of the thing. So it doesn't take an action to get lifted up, but it does take an action to lift someone up or to climb yourself up.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Brody's still there. He's ready to lift anybody else up as well if needed.
Cool. Okay. Well, I think Yale is probably more interested in getting up there than Marg is, although Marg doesn't like to run away from a fight, but Yale is more substantial, shall we say. And so she scrambles up, trying to get away from anyone who seems to think that she doesn't exist anymore. And raises up her battle axe and attempts.
But if she's climbed up, that's her action. That's what I'm saying. Like,
that's the whole action. Okay, sorry.
This is a tactics thing, right?
No,
how you
it's
get
fine.
people up there. Yeah.
I misunderstood between a movement and an action. So okay, so Yale gets up there then.
Okay, cool. What about Marg?
I mean, if Marg can get up as well, then great. Otherwise, Marg was helping Yale to get up there.
Right. Okay. Sorry, I've made this really confusing. If Marg's helping Yale up, right?
Yale can have an action.
Then that's Marg's. Marg has used their action to help him up, and Yale can attack. Yeah.
Right. Cool.
Sorry, I've made it confusing. Cool. My bad.
And that's a non-natural 20 to hit.
All right. Yeah, that's a hit.
Let me find a. Where's my D10? There it is. Oh, hang
This is the-
on. No, it's a D16 for initiative, isn't it? If I've got about that, so that's fine. It wasn't a D16 to attack.
Nah,
so
D20
that's
to hit,
7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. Yeah. Okay. So Yale gets lifted up and kills another one with the battle axe in a way that you describe.
Basically off with its head. But hopefully, actually, what I didn't do was roll a deed die. So we see.
Yo ho ho and a dead man's chest.
So what I was going to say is trying to take the head off, and when taking the head off with this battle axe, to basically flick the head so it smacks the other guy who fell over in the head with the head. And that is a 3 on the deed die.
That's, do you, as you're doing it, you say, "I think I found a way for you to get ahead." You know,
Cannon shot.
Yeah. Cool.
Sure, why not?
Cool. All right. So there's that guy the guy that you threw the head at now being sort of disoriented and wanting to try and dodge the head. I'm going to say any other attacks at him, not any other attacks. The next attack at him will be one up the dice chain. So you'll roll a d24 to attack him. Cool. So then that's all your characters now, isn't it? Phil?
So Brody's still there, helped Yale, Groovex, up. So he's going to help Yacht up onto the top of the roof.
Mm-hmm.
So that's Brody's action. Barbo is going to offer to help to lift anybody else up. So that's kind of like a delayed action.
Yeah.
So ready to
sure.
do somebody else next. But it means that Yarp's at the top of the tower and can, if near enough, take a swing at the cannon-headed pirate that's drunk.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay,
you think you're so good, but you're not.
And Yarp is using his staff. Yeah, so he's still an old-fashioned stick man. So here it comes.
Old-fashioned stick man, I see. Let's see
Well,
what
so
you can
number
do with it, old man.
We get a deed attack.
Okay.
Let's have a look. Oh, and it's a 3 as well. So I'm afraid the guy we're going for it. Yeah, he's going to get the stick right in his mouth to shut him up. And the D20.
Come on!
I rolled an 11, which is a +1 to 12.
Yep. And is that a warrior? Is it Is it a dwarf?
It's a dwarf.
Dwarf, yeah. Yeah, I think both add their D die, don't they?
Yeah.
As well. So yeah. So cool. Well, yeah, you well and truly hit.
+3, yeah, so it's 15 actually.
Yeah, you well and truly hit.
Very good. So the damage is D4.
Yep, and then plus that 3 that you rolled on the D die as well.
Yeah, indeed. And I get a +2 on the attack as well because of how he is. So it's going to be D4 +5. So that's the 3. So that's 8. And he got a staff right in the mouth.
I would never get in the way of a player rolling their dice, but he was dead long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, start in the mouth. He goes, whoa, and then he just like falls off the edge and goes splashing into the water, and you hear a smaller splash as the head that was on his head also falls off into the water. And you're out of initiative. You have defeated these pirates. So you're on the roof.
I've seen Star Wars, but he goes.
Fantastic.
My lot come climbing up the tower.
Well,
you seem to have dealt with them all. I don't know what the fuss was.
I think what you'll find is that we've got a new boat.
They're very drunk.
We've got a new boat, lads.
Is there any rum left in that casket?
Where's the rum gone?
So you check the rum barrel, and it is thoroughly empty. In fact, you can see small flecks of skin where it looks like someone's like put their finger around the inside and got all splinters trying to get more out of the barrel. It's completely gone.
Where's all the rum gone?
Inside them.
Mm.
Okay, what else have we got up here then?
So what's up here? So you got your rum barrel. You've got 2 pirate cadavers, as well as the stonework walls around the edges. Everything around the top is all like work stone, and there is a look, you look at it and it's pretty easily identifiable as like a trapdoor on top of the in the center of the. Well, you can see it on the map there.
Is that
Is
emphasis
that
on the
small
word
or
door
square?
or trap?
Before we head down the trap door, can Clammy investigate one of the corpses, please? Is there anything lootable about the person?
Mm-hmm. So there's 2 pirate bodies left on the top of the thing, having had the third one fall off the edge. One of them has 8 gold pieces. Another has 10 worth of jewelry. So like you're taking like earrings off, and there's like a bracelet as well that's actually like fine gold. It looks like a lady's bracelet. So it's clearly stolen because this guy is not. He's way ugly. He's not. This is just like all loot that he's had as sort of like trophies, sort of thing. He's a ruffian, right? So I guess what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
She sort of empties it all out and goes, "Oh look, there's some pretties here. I think we should share these out among us. I mean, you deserve at least a little trinket or 2 for defeating these, and we should take the rest to keep them safe."
Keith goes, "Oh yes, please."
Caboose, you mean?
Caboose.
Caboose, yeah. Yeah. I'm so thirsty. The pirates also have short swords and daggers.
I do think it's appropriate that Caboose, now called Bruce, has the Australian accent, by the way. I just had to point that out.
Everyone in my universe has an Australian accent. That's how this works. I'm surprised it's taken you so long to realise that.
But they're not all called Bruce until this point.
It's better than them all having a Scottish accent, I guess.
Well, different.
Ugly pirates wear jewelry too. Yeah.
Piratist.
Cool. So yeah, you got this trapdoor is pretty much the only redeeming feature up here, other than the now practically naked pirate cadavers.
We didn't steal their clothes.
I said practically.
Oh.
I mean, yeah.
Although, are they wearing any nice clothes?
No, they are not. They're wearing what barely constitutes a uniform, but yeah, it's not.
And it's vomit and sweat stained.
Yeah. There's all that.
Okay, let's go and check this trapdoor out, because we've got literally 8 and a bit hours to go.
Mm-hmm.
So the atop the trapdoor, it's covered in like seaweed at the moment. You can see the outlines of it, but like the main body of it has got seaweed on top of it.
So does it look like it's not been opened?
So the seaweed you would have been able to see the edges of the trapdoor, right? So it looks like it's kind of been placed here, if I'm honest, because it doesn't look like it's been not opened for ages.
Yeah, because I think we worked out that the boat needed more than 3 people to man it. Okay, so I still think we're not alone.
Clammy has this is drawn to the seaweed. Oh look, seaweed! See, I have seaweed, and there's seaweed on her wooden stuff. Oh, this certainly looks like there's some kind of door type thing here. She's going to check to see if there's any sort of trap to it.
Okay, sure.
She
So
has
you
no-
lift up.
Door?
Yeah.
Any trap on the trapdoor?
Yeah.
So you lift up the
Oh,
seaweed
no.
and place it on with the rest of your collection.
Around. Yes, wraps it around her staff.
Yep. This reveals like a flat stone on top of the. It's like sort of raised on top of the trapdoor that is inscribed with a large glyph. It matches the shape of the emblem that you saw on the map that Varuth pointed out as being the mark of Cesrican.
Savage Quen. Yeah.
No, Cesrican, not Savage Quen.
Oh.
To be
Oh,
clear.
the evil wizard.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh no.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh well. There's a mark of Cesarcan.
Let's try and lift it up.
Yeah. Let's get into it.
So Yarp's my strongest guy. He's gonna start trying to lift it. He's probably not the strongest in the party, but he's gonna have a go.
Cool. There's no handle.
Yarp's going to be looking for somewhere to grab hold of the. I don't know why. I just envisioned it having like a big, like kind of like anchor type ring on it, but that was just.
Let me help you out with the visual here. So it is set into the stone. There is the raised like glyph on top of it. That is carved into a little bit of a raised stone, but it's like a dome sort of thing, like a slight dome. But there's no like handholds or anything around the edges of it. It's like kind of, you can tell that there's a seam, but there's no visible way to. No visible means to actually sort of like.
As I said, I'd imagine the kind of like anchor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How on earth do we get this open, guys?
Did you say it's stone?
Have we tried pushing it?
Stone, yeah.
If we'll like pile on top of it, can we push it down?
I mean, you're like
Sure.
some sort of magic-y person. Surely you have some way to move heavy objects.
James goes, oh, yes, I can try with I could try to manipulate it. We could try force manipulation. I said force manipulation, Bruce, not horse manipulation.
There's only one horse manipulator here.
I mean, we could try horse manipulation, though. You don't know that it won't work.
No, you're absolutely right. I don't know that it couldn't work.
I declare this trapdoor a horse.
Oh, that would work. Bruce?
Right.
Yeah.
Should we go
Giddy
for
up, giddy up, trapdoor.
So while they're preparing their approach, is there anything, just feeling the glyph, is there anything about it that moves, or is it just carved in?
Make me a intelligence roll.
Okay, just a second. I'm just looking. Okay. Yeah, the intelligence is not good in my party. We are going to go for it. Am I meant to roll above or below?
You're rolling for a DC 10.
Yeah. We failed that.
What'd you get? What'd you get?
On a 10.
Mm-hmm. No,
Zero.
DC 10.
Oh, I see what you mean.
So you roll a D20, add your intelligence, and you want to get above a 10.
Yeah, I got an 18 then. I did okay.
Great, cool. So yeah, you look at the mechanism and so forth, and you hold up a hand to Clemé and say, "Wait, I think there might be something here." And you see there's a dot at the bottom edge of it, and you put your finger in it. You run your finger along, and as you run your finger along, there's like sparks start shooting out after your finger, and they trace, as you're doing it, you trace a line across this insignia and so forth. And when you get to another dot, the whole thing, all the sparks turn red, and it goes all the way back, and the thing turns and then drops back into the roof of the tower. And you've traced the glyph basically to open the door. Because what you
What
see
a
below
clever
is
sausage you are.
what you see below is an iron ladder that goes down into darkness that is somewhat flickering, and so it's like you can't quite see in there, but you can see that there's dancing light below.
Okay. So no noise.
No noise, no.
Okay. Should we work out what order we're going down? Yarp's happy to go first.
Cool.
Do dwarves have, I'm trying to remember now, some kind of infravision or something? I'm trying to remember.
They do have infravision, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
yeah,
60
You can see in the dark up to 60 feet.
okay, cool. Which is obviously, which is why Yarp has gone first. So Marg and Yarp will kind of...
Yeah, come on, Mark. It's years since we hung out together. Come on. Let's get down.
Oh, I've not been underground for a while. Oh, my eyes. They're not like they were.
Are you truly a dwarf? Let's go.
Yeah,
So we've
go
got
on.
Yarp and Marg.
Cool. So what
I'm
you climb
happy to
down
go.
in...
Brody
Sorry,
and
go on.
Barbo to go next.
Go on, Aaron. What's that?
I was going to say, and Clammy goes, oh, dwarves and their whole thing about infravision. Elves have it too. It's fine.
Ooh,
I
I can
will
see in
stand
the
back. Well done. We all can.
Yeah, but look, if you go first, right, then you're going to be in the way and we're not going to be able to see anything.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you just look over the top of the
We'll
top of the
stand
door.
at the back. Jeb goes, yes. We'll be at the back. Yeah. So my three are going to hang in the back half, in the back third of the party going down. They'll guard the rear.
All right,
Cool.
Yarle will be with you and holding the torch up, just helpfully in front of the elf so that everyone can see where they're going.
Right in front of the elf's face.
So what you were
Just to screw with their infravision.
Yeah.
So what you were climbing down into after all that was not actually pitch black so much; it was shadowy.
Oh,
you
man.
saw there was twinkly, so you don't even get the chance to even use your infravision. So no.
Yeah,
So
Brody
you're
can
right.
see
Yeah.
60 feet as well.
So what you climb down into is a room with candles that line the walls, and flames dance as they move around. And some candles there's just candles all the way around. Some candles look like they're brand new, but others are like burned down all the way down to stubs, and there's just melted wax sort of everywhere. In the center of the room is an onyx pedestal that supports a massive tome bound with gold and worn black scales. And the walls are decorated with murals depicting what must be the lives of heroes. You see warriors rising from humble beginnings to lead great armies against dark forces. You see humble apprentices inheriting arcane powers from their masters and casting down kings and emperors with the wave of their hand. And you see meek rogues becoming daring shadow lords. And you see small town girls living in lonely worlds, taking midnight trains to anywhere. And that's kind of what you see. And there's on the VTT there you can see sort of a representation of what I've just described, including the of the journey indeed. So you've got your ladder here, your tome, and a whole heap of candles and some stairs down. So that's what you've got. That's what you climbed into.
Well, someone lit the candles. So
What are we getting
again,
ourselves
I'll
into
point
here?
out that we're not alone. Who wants to? Does anyone want to have a look at the book?
Oh, yes, please, says Jem, coming forwards. Approaches the book and goes to open it and start reading.
Sure.
An intelligence roll.
No, that's
Or
fine.
something.
You
She
are
opens it. She starts
Yeah.
flicking through.
No, yeah, you're capable of opening a book. Yeah, that's cool. So you open the book. As I say, you lift it off, and the scales are gold and black, and they've been interwoven and so forth. There's still got a little bit of movement on the front of them. It's quite ornate, quite delicate. And as you open it up, you see like yellowed pages. This book's obviously quite old, and there's just columns upon columns of names. Some of them are crossed out, and others look like they've been written in fresh ink, and other ones look quite old and so forth. And there's also there's like numbers next to them as well.
Are there any other sort of telltale clues as to what this is? Or is any headings at the top of the columns to explain what the numbers are, or anything nearer the back of the book? Investigate the book further to see if she can work out what this book's telling her.
Yeah, cool. All right. So, yeah, you keep reading on through it, and you notice all of a sudden a name pops out at you. Geraldine the Glorious, and you recognize that name because it's like a folk hero name. Like this, Geraldine was an amazing adventurer. Alas, she had died only a few years ago, adventuring. You find Geraldine's name, and Geraldine the Glorious has been written in ink that is clearly older, and there's a line through it that is newer. And the numbers you notice, you're able to sort of like make the correlation between the degrees that you would need to turn to be able to look, and you see a candle that is not lit in the direction of the that you're told to turn by these numbers next to the book.
Okay.
Next to her name.
So Jim goes, guys! Oh, it's the interior of the book. It's got names. It's got what appear to be degrees of numbers by degree, which crossed out names seem to correlate with unlit candles in this room. Does somebody want to have a game of light the candle? See what happens.
There's loads of ways to light the candle. Yeah, let's do it.
Let's light some candles. Light that one.
Barbo's well up for candle lighting. That sounds like loads of fun.
And she
So
points
is there-
at the one for Geraldine the Great, or whatever it was.
Okay, so
fantastic
Geraldine
warrior.
Geraldine the Great's one is pretty well burnt out. While she only died a couple of years ago, she was quite towards the end of her life. So the candle had been burning for some time, as I say, because you could tell from the what's the name, the ink, the difference, the differential between the line and so forth. So it's going to be quite difficult to light that one. But
Okay.
if there's any other names that you can think of that you might like to light a candle for, then you could potentially maybe look in the book for those names.
Is Farg in there? She starts thumbing through the pages,
The
looking for
infamous
Farg.
Farg.
You search for some time, and you are able to find Farg's name, and it has a line through it.
She works out which candle it is.
Mm-hmm.
Go and light that candle.
The candle's quite large, yeah, and fairly new, but it is not lit.
Light that candle. Light that candle. And she
Okay.
points at the candle that she believes is Farg's.
So, is it easy to get over to the candle that's unlit?
You're able to
I'm
get
gonna. So Brody's gonna. So Barbo's gonna hold bits of his clothing out of the way, so he's not doesn't suddenly burst into flames. I've got some. I've got like a tinder pack. Let me just check. I'm gonna get one of my tinders out for lighting fires. Yeah, I've got a tinder pack. I'm gonna take that one of my tinder out and light it on one of the other candles, and then I'm gonna light the candle I've been instructed to light by was it Clame?
No, it was Jem.
The Gem, sorry, is instructing me to light with my pass the flame from one candle to the other.
Okay, cool. So you light the candle, and it remains lit. And as you look back at the book, you see the line slowly erase itself from right to left. But you see no other action in the room having been taken. That said, something does happen that you don't perceive on the outskirts of Bitterweed Barrow, on the edge of the new tourist attraction of the crater that has been built, that is now the main form of tourism around Bitterweed Barrow. A large gasp happens, and a hand comes pushing through some rubble, and pushing through the carapace of a toad spider, and Farg comes crawling out of the debris to be discovered by the rest of the citizens of Bitterweed Barrow, maybe discovered by the adventurers later in the story. But yes, you brought Farg back to life. Yeah. But you don't know that. All you saw was the line going back.
So Jem sees this line get erased in the book. She goes, "Oh, that's interesting. Lighting candles causes the line to go out, to be erased. What happens if we blow a candle out?" And with that, she steps over to the nearest candle to her and tries to blow it out.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So, quick question. What's your AC?
For Jem, AC is 10.
Okay, cool. So you walk over to go blow out a candle, and as you get a little bit closer, you see the flame flicker up, and it's normally it's like one, but every now how like sometimes flames on them, sometimes they'll create like a second one just out of nowhere, and then it'll quickly coalesce back into one. It kind of does that. And then it does it more, and it keeps doing it until there's like fingers, and then hands come out of the flame and swipe at you, and they hit you for 4 flame damage.
Bloody hell! Can you imagine a birthday party?
Ooh. Ow!
So the candle has not gone. The candle has not gone out, and the hands go back and coalesce into one flame, and then
Guys, don't try and blow candles out. Ow, they're really flipping hurt. They're really fucking hurt.
You also as part of that, you hear a rumble and shake on the outside. You perceive it. No one else does in the room, and you lose 2 points of luck.
Oh, this is Jem.
The person who tried to blow the candle out.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
14.
That's definitely one less candle on your birthday cake, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I noticed that Jem obviously got kind of slapped and burnt. I was just thinking that's it. He got burned. But anyway, got slapped and burnt. And then obviously Groovex is still carrying quite a hefty wound from the pirates earlier. Mm-hmm. So Brody's going to try and look after those people with a bit of healing hands. He's not done anything so far. So I need to know, or you need to know, where they sit in alignment with my god. That's the only thing I don't know. So Udivir's neutral.
Who are you
And who are you
trying to
healing?
heal? The
Well, I want to do both Groovex, who took a sword twice from 2 different people, and
Mhm.
I'd like to look after our burned-faced Gem as well.
Yeah, she's got like a sort of slap mark across her face. It's like a
Yeah,
burn.
yeah, big red
Oh,
hand.
Been
yes.
tangoed.
Yeah. So
Groovex
Gem is
is neutral.
chaotic.
Oh,
Is she?
Yeah.
Okay. Groovex?
neutral.
Okay.
I'm seeing in chat what happens if you write a name in the book. That is a great question, and I will judge that next time. Unfortunately, none of the characters this time have a pen, so
Yeah,
Is
indeed.
the room slightly scented with a kind of rum sort of?
Yeah, I smelt rum passion as well.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think Bruce did as well.
So we're going to do Groovex first.
Oh, thank you.
It's a 16, which is a heal because you're the same as me. What are your hit points?
Neutral, yes.
What's your hit dice?
Next question. I genuinely don't know, actually.
What are you?
It heals what your
Thief.
hit point dice would be.
I'm
So
level 1 thief.
Okay, so thief hit dice is D6.
D6.
Cool.
So you can have up to 3 of these back. Just a second.
So whilst you're doing all this, maybe explain to the audience the way that Lay on Hands works in DCC. So clerics it's not a spell. It's just an ability that you're able to do, and you're able to heal as many hit die as you like. The rub here is your alignment. So in DCC, you've got lawful, neutral, or chaotic, and you can heal a different number of hit die depending on whether you are the same, adjacent, or opposite alignments. Now, the other rub with this as well is the max hit die that you can heal by is your level. So you can't heal by, if you're level 1 and on the table you manage to heal 2 hit die, well, you only get 1. Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I will ignore the 3 hit die I rolled for you, Groovex, and I will roll you 1 instead.
Thanks.
3.
I'll take it. Thank you very much.
3 healing.
Oh, I feel a lot better. Thank you.
There's also an opportunity that my god, particularly if I'm going to look after Gem, who's a different alignment to me, that my god may be unhappy with me looking after people of a different alignment. But at the moment, Gem's supporting what I think is a very positive thing that we're doing. So we're still going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So Gem, let's have a look. No, my goddess, I'm afraid, decided that you are too chaotic to be looked after. So that's a no. Now, do I need to do? Because that was a failed roll for Lay on Hands. Do I need to do a thing to check if my god's upset with me for asking?
That is exactly what I'm just looking up now. I need to remember whether Lay on Hands. I'm not sure whether Lay on Hands gives you disapproval.
Isn't it all failed rolls?
Yeah, I thought it was as well, but particularly Lay on Hands because I'm asking for the god's help, aren't I?
Yeah.
If a cleric fails, he risks disapproval. This is magic in general. Natural 1 means disapproval. Spell checks automatically fail. Sorry?
It wasn't a natural 1, it was a 3, but it was a failure for you.
Then...
Yeah, I think it's only on a natural, isn't it?
Yeah, and your... each failed spell check increases your disapproval by 1. So there's like a little box on your character sheet of 1 to 20, and you start off with like a disapproval of 1, and then you sort of cross them off as you go along as you gain more disapproval. And then if you get a disapproval of, you've got a disapproval of 2, then if you roll a 1 or a 2, it's then a fail.
Yeah, indeed, yeah.
And you gain more disapproval. It just gets worse, I believe.
One of the things that you can improve, you can get more disapproval for, is sinful use of your divine power.
Yeah.
Which a harsh judge would say anytime you heal a chaotic character. I don't feel I'm that harsh, so I'm not gonna. Let's just say that this god understands that, you know, to make an omelet you have to break a few eggs, and so, you know, like healing a fellow party member is not that big a deal.
And she made it very clear that she wasn't willing to help Jem anyway.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
The punishment, the karma was instant.
Fantastic. All right, cool. So you're in this room with the candles, and there's some stairs going down and a trapdoor going up.
Okay. Stairs going down, isn't it, folks?
Yeah, let's go down these stairs. Let's stop pissing about with candles. Clearly,
Agreed.
this book's got something to do with these candles. The candles don't want you to fuck with them, so let's just leave this book behind.
We saw.
Jem puts the book back on the pedestal and goes, if
Future Jem problem.
if Vermouth wants this book, he can come get it himself. Oh, come on, guys.
So a trickle of seawater runs down the staircase. I've just revealed another part of the map in the VTT.
Isn't it?
So it's you can see it starts obviously in the middle there. The stairs go down. The wooden stairs are rotten, and even some are missing. And ahead there is a gap in the stairs that will definitely need a jump with a little grunt to get over, and sort of a sort of thing. The walls along the stairs have three alcoves, three small alcoves, and as you pass them, you note them to be of a bar. There is within those small alcoves there are some statues, and there's one of a barbarian. There's a pair of snarling panthers, and there's a somber knight. And I'll show you what they look like as well. Right here. So you can see this is so you're facing down the stairs. You can see the gap there. You've already passed the panthers at this point, and you can see the barbarian and the knight there.
Are they just stone sculptures?
That's what they look like as you pass. Yeah.
I think Marg, not being the most intelligent of people, will look up at the somber knight and just kind of reach up and go, "Oh, cheer up, my duck."
You pinch his cheek.
How very East Midlands of you.
Exactly. I'm learning.
So as you reach up and you squeeze the cheek, and you notice what you don't realize, like what you don't expect, is that when you go to squidge the cheek, even though it looks like stone, it actually squidges, like a cheek sort of thing, but it clearly looks like it's made out of stone. And the eyes that were looking forward look straight at you all of a sudden, and a hand reaches forward and grabs you by the neck. And we'll leave it there.
It's those human statues from Covent Garden.
And you fell for it. I can't believe
painted
you
gold
actually
by any
thought that
chance.
they were statues. I can't believe you actually thought they were statues. How do you feel?
How do we sleep at night? That's what I want to know. How do you sleep at night, Zach? That was amazing. So much fun. Thank you, Judge Zach. Thank you, Erin. Thank you, Phil. Had a lot of fun. Join us for the next episode very soon of The Tower of Black Pearl for Dungeon Crawl Classics. If you enjoyed it, please hit like and subscribe and all that sort of stuff. And we will see you very, very soon. Take care, everyone.
See ya.